So this is lesson 40, writing quotients with mixed numbers for Saxon 5. So just a quick review. A quotient is the answer to the division problem. Okay, that's the quotient. And a mixed number is a number that has both a whole number and a fraction in it. So what we're doing is we're writing the answers or the quotient to division problems as a mixed number. So those would be specifically ones that have remainders. For example, if you were dividing 7 by 3. Now, if we do our normal division, okay, which our normal division is divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Remember, those are our steps. So we start with divide. How many times does 3 go into 7? Well, 3 goes into 7 twice, which is multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract 7, take away 6 is 1. So now normally how we would write this now is we would say 2, remainder 1. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to take this 1 and make it into a mixed number. So here is the whole number of our mixed number. That's the 2. We need to change this remainder into a fraction. How we do that is we use the remainder and we use the divisor as our dividend. So we have 2 and 1/3. The reason the divisor becomes the dividend is because this is how many pieces the whole pieces have been cut into. For example, if I were to solve 7 divided by 3, using fractions, I would have gone, okay, I have a piece, another piece. Let's leave it that for a minute. And you see each of these circles has been broken into 3 pieces. So I need however many of these pieces I can get, which would be 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I can't fill in another whole without it being something else. So 2 of these can be filled in completely. Okay. And 1/3, so we have 1 remainder. That's how many are filled in altogether, right? Because if 7 pieces of 3 are filled in, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If 7 pieces of 3 have been filled in, I have 2 wholes finished and 1/3 not finished, which is the same as up here. Okay? That's why you use the divisor as the dividend, is because if you were to write it out in a fraction, that is actually what you would get, is if you were filling out 7 pieces of 3s, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have 2 wholes and 1/3 left. Let's do another one. Okay, this one is going to be 5 divided by 4. If we have 5 divided by 4, we're going to start off with just like we did before. 4 goes into 5 once, which is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract equals 1. Now again, normally this would be 1, remainder 1. Instead, we're going to turn it into a fraction, and it's going to be 1. 1 is the numerator because that's the remainder. And 4 comes over and is the denominator because that was what we were dividing into. Okay, and again, if I were to have drawn that into fractions, I would have had, I need 5 pieces of 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 1/4. Okay, same thing. So this is how you write quotients as mixed numbers. You take the remainder and the divisor, and you put it into a fraction. The reason it works is because it's the exact same as if you were to take that 5, if you were to take the 5 and do 5 pieces of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you end up with 1 1/4 left over. So they're the same thing. I've just done them in 2 different ways. But this is what you want in the end. You want your quotient as a mixed number. So you're using your remainder and your divisor to make the fraction portion of your mixed number, and your normal whole number for your division is your whole number. The whole number and the fraction together makes your mixed number for your quotient or answer. That is lesson 40 for Saxon 5, writing quotients with mixed numbers.